Well, they almost had the golden run complete on Mirage. NAVI was starting the T-started train here. They had a lot of utility in that first pistol of Mirage. We'll see whether they'll replicate it here. It's a very technical map, and FaZe are getting better and better at it. They did manage to take down Mouse Sports recently. I have to go one step further and take down the world's #1 team at this stage. And we'll get into it now. NAVI have just one smoke and a couple of flashes, no upgraded pistols. Looks to me something quite basic here. They're going to just be smoking off in towards Connector from outside. And actually setting up the flashbang as well. That's towards the end, they go, and All-of-Meister takes 99 damage from that shot, down to just 1 point of health.
He panicked and dropped
the nade
back immediately.
Pop Dog, right? Oh, okay, there you go.
Well, Nico has managed to stabilize his aim. He's anticipating the electronic push and pre-fired. So now NAVI, they are set up to win this pistol, and there it goes. Perfecto does behead Brokey. Rain has gone unchecked. Perhaps coldzera could find one, and he has. Now attention is drawn towards him, and Cold knows survival is integral. However, Rain spotted out and fragged out. It's all confirmed now. The kit light lies on the site, and Olof has just a single point of health. His heart is practically being kept alive through the electricity in the air.
There's not really much else keeping him alive, that's for sure. It's going to be All-of-Meister 3 versus 1. Nice play there from NAVI. The outside smoke from
that was a cool smoke.
Lands all the way in Connector, and at that point, they actually fall back towards the Pop Dog room after getting the headshot on All-of-Meister. As soon as he's gushed, he's had to call for backup, right? They've confirmed that shot. Smoke down towards Connector, back towards Pop Dog means they can flash out, have 4 players down towards E-Box, and their CTs are caught in transition. Not really sure where they should be positioned at that stage. Caught out, and NAVI will have 3 players surviving it. Some great shots, even though there was CT presence towards Heaven.
I want to see if I can show you guys why that was also important here. Maybe we can bring Skybox up at the end of this round, and that gush onto Olof, it has more than just damage behind it. There's a lot more that goes into something like that.
Olof will save a defuse kit. He hasn't got armor, but it's something. They got a force buy into the second round. Having the defuse kit could be the difference maker.
So watch this. Brokey's watching Connector, right? The smoke lands. That obviously obscures his vision, but as soon as Olof takes damage, he has to be committed to this rotation. So they've pulled the players who are watching Pop Dog off of the line here. Even though Rain's in this defensive position here, it's not the best to be watching that. They can team on out, and as you see there, he's being gushed and immediately has to drop back.
Yeah, Nico could have done a lot more with that, I think. But it's a player of his caliber. Having a few players in front of him, he didn't quite find the crispy one-shots he was looking for. Got 1 kill. Was enough to maybe win the round, but they couldn't get over the line. But Nico will step up here. A nice swing towards the upper ramp. Has found Flamey. That scout shot connects. He is pretty brutal with that scout. Simple, those spots one towards lower. All-of-Meister takes some damage, down to 55. He has a smoke, but he doesn't want to deploy yet until he feels like he has to. So same sort of situation. All-of-Meister tagged up, calling for backup here. He's still got Nico there towards Connector. Good smoke from Olof. Thrown, and the scout shot connects. Perfecto down to 31.
Nico's doing it all again. Not going to be the B finish. CTs are still congregating.
Another great smoke.
That's a perfect smoke. Look at the arrival time. Electronics just going to have to respect that.
They are absolutely destroying them right now in terms of finding the opening kill, locking them out of inside, locking them out of Pop Dog. Their options are just vanishing at this stage. And main entrance doesn't look any easy as Rain will tuck himself in. They have 1 flashbang left on the T side here. It'll come down to raw aim. And we know FaZe has that in spades.
I mean, simple. He checks every corner. Oh, he didn't check that one, though. And he had a shot. Rain got 1 chance to pull the trigger. It was not good enough. Into the outer sight now. Brokey, only a scout. As soon as these gaps are closed, those rifles are going to pop off. Brokey wants to try and keep them at bay, but when is his chances? Nico's actually hit another scout shot. He's hit 3 so far, 1 translating into a kill, and the rest of those shaken health bars that, it doesn't matter when Electronics got on top of the bomb train. Simple actually takes down Electronic, and now the bomb's down. No bomb. Oh no, they just have to survive. Olaf's gonna get 1 for salt in the wound, but now he can survive. He can even kill them after. Perfecto goes down, and that's a big win for FaZe.
That is monumental. I didn't think they stood a chance going into that round. NAVI had the AK-47, smokes, flashes, didn't opt for the SMGs at all, and the inside little push there didn't work out for them at all. They wanted to execute towards inside, but there it is, Nico, ready and waiting with his first scout shot. Beautiful as well. Swings out wide, manages to absolutely destroy Flamey with a nade in his hand as well. And then it only got worse from that point. He finds 3 or 4 tags in total. Simple with the team kill as well. He goes to plant the bomb. You can see at the top of your screen, 10 seconds. So he has no choice but to pull the C4 out. As soon as that bomb's dropped, that time remaining, the round's up. And as you mentioned, all they had to do was hide, and they even got all the kills as well. And that's the worst possible round to lose, because if you lose the pistol, obviously you had $1,900 in the next round. If you lose the second round follow-up, you get 1,400. So your options are very limited now on the T side. You can see Perfecto, bottom of the barrel there, exactly 1,400. Extra $50 for a decoy, I suppose. So this is like forced by territory, but on train, there isn't really much you can do with it, Chad.
No, and the problem here is getting the plant as well. It's always difficult. If you can sneak someone in and get that bomb down, then you've basically given yourself a buy round in the following.
The thing is, though, you could get like Deagle, armor, and nothing else, right? Or you could take the full eco, knowing you're going to get 1,900 next round. That would still be shy of what you need for a full buy at this point.
But that would be Na'Vi with Galils and a little bit of nades, or AKs and head armor, which is, they can make it work. But against FaZe, who are happy to play heads up CS, it's a bit more difficult, right? And on train, you don't get as many gifts as what Mirage gives you, right? For a CT, to stay in connector, to stay catwalk, and to stay window normally needs to be supported with utility. Once that utility runs out, you start to feel a little bit more scared. You have to drop on back. You get flashed off of lines. So for Na'Vi, they need to use more utility to get space on this map.
Yeah, and of course, at the moment, utility is at quite a limitation given the current circumstances. Losing that second round, as Henry highlights, lots of punishment for it.
Well, for the new viewers, Alex, probably a good comparison is Na'Vi and utility in this round is probably like trying to buy toilet paper at the moment. It is a difficult task.
Yeah, I didn't want to start this conversation, but I think we have to, given the current delay. It should be back underway in about a minute's time. Just lost one of the Na'Vi players. But did you guys notice a downgrade in our TP situation in the house?
I didn't.
I'll tell you first, but instead of first hand,
Okay.
it's definitely degraded. I think we've gone from like a supreme.
I try and limit myself to 1 square a day. So
Right,
I've
makes
noticed
sense.
it's been fine. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been all
one
right.
square?
1 square a day. Just
Like A4 paper, like printing
exactly.
paper, right?
Christmas wrapping paper.
Yeah,
usually.
oh, that's nice, yeah.
That's a money-saving tip for you out there. Go into the cupboard, you'll find yourself everything you need.
There's loads there, yeah. You can start with the ones with Santa on it, because no one really likes that stuff, and the pretentious stuff that your mum saves, the silvery ones with all the decals.
Just going off to the bathroom, Mum. See you later.
You just hear this giant cardboard tube hit the bathroom. Boom, 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 boom.
So we do not have the force buy, and this is for good reason, because if we did force it, it wouldn't do too much for you. So they're gonna, they've changed their mind at the last few seconds. They've invested a little bit more. So Deagle and some nades at the end, but generally speaking, they've got enough, and maybe we can see a couple of kills come through. Grenades towards Pop Dog. Don't do too much, I'm afraid. Rain does take a second down to 68, but they've got no armor, remember, apart from Simple, of course. Trying to see if they can open things up here. He's got a Deagle and armor. Olaf Meister trying to inflict some damage here. At least show some presence towards inside that he's pushed up. Trying to force him towards the outer area.
It's going to be hard to find him with the Deagles knowing he has a Mac 10, so he's less likely to play aggressive angles with that in mind. He's going to stay tight.
He's suggested, though, that they know they've got no armor, right? And he's got a Mac 10 inside, happy to challenge. That should be enough, at least in my book, for them to go outside. We'll see if it's actually realized here. Remember, Simple has got armor. And it's waiting for a mistake here. You might as well bleed it out the clock. Get out the utility. If there are any mistakes, capitalize upon them. You gotta try and head towards backtracks here, but not before they boost. Oh, you can feel it coming. You can feel it brewing. Not gonna be realized, though. We're gonna see now Simple back towards Ivy, and down he goes.
Cold. That is perfect. The awareness of what they were going for there, and just to stay looking over the top of that smoke. Nico aware that the gimmicky push could come on through as well, and now it's just the last 3 remaining Ts coming out of main, and 1 taps are on the menu because Nico's in the server.
So after losing the pistol, they found themselves with a 2-1 lead here. And remember, money's still broken. That technically was a force buy. They took, everyone down to about $400, $500. Simple at the bottom of the barrel now. The AWP will have to be dropped, an AWP going forward. They will get $2,400 on top of what they have right now in the next round. But they might get the plant, I suppose. Here's Nico with the 1 taps, I think.
Boop.
1. And then here comes tap number 2. Well,
I wonder if the 3rd was a tap as well.
Yeah, that's what it did look like one.
But the thing is, he's playing like Scream, but making it work in modern-day Counter-Strike. So props to Nico for having that poise under pressure. Not many players have that.
Yeah, especially when you know you're up against the pistols as well, no armor. You could take your time a little bit more, style on them a bit. And Olaf Meister looking to do just that. The Mac 10, didn't like that. I would fall back at this point. You know there's going to be multiple players here. He'll be lucky to get 1 at this point. Gets a couple, that will do. Crisis averted.
Yeah, double kill and the bomb now found. Brokey's going to have that one in his domain, and the last 2 with low HP. They swap their pistols. That's pretty much the only thing they can contribute. Maybe Flamey with his extra health pool will 1D Nico. Damn, Flamey. That's not too shabby. That's a start. A whole lot more needed, though, and he already hears Brokey stepping around towards Oil Train. A second fight being given to him, and he's taken the head off Rain. Bullets connecting. Brokey, he stands his ground. He catches two, though.
Here he comes again. Simple hasn't got a chance to win this, considering the low HP of Brokey. Needs to recover the bomb first. You can hear probably the nice shots exchanged in chat right now towards Flamey's direction. But if you can grab this bomb, get it down, find Brokey, there is a chance. Again, waiting for mistakes here. Will anyone give him a chance? Spotted now. That should be a...
So he's not going for the bomb plant, and I'm not sure why. I mean, I guess obviously it could have been being held, but now it certainly will be. They've pushed out of Connector, and Simple does find that mistake he was hoping for.
There was his chance.
It was just a window. It had to be a double dink straight into coldzera. Close enough, perhaps, just for the one. Let's see those shots from Flamey.
Damn, this was incredible. The second shot as well. There's beautiful stuff here. Long range, no problem. Takes his head clean off here.
And he did 2 body shots to Brokey. They must have been through the train, but that's going to hurt. It could have been the 3rd frag, and knocking Brokey off his perch could very well have translated into the plant.
Look at the money now for FaZe. After winning 3 rounds in a row, they're actually looking pretty poor.
Yeah,
as
what the hell?
Yeah, that came down to a 1 versus 1, bear in mind. So a lot of reinvestment here. They've lost a lot of their T-sided weaponry as well. Just a single AK-47 now for Nico. They have got an AWP on Brokey. 3-1 up, but very early days here. This is the pick of Na'Vi. That's why they start on the T side. See Nuke as the decider, if required here. As Perfecto watches towards main. Rain tucks himself in again. This confirms that the close proximity positions are clear at least. They can smoke this off and have full control, or hold with 2 players like this and actually just have a little bit of a different setup than usual.
Yeah, and actually, it's very potent for anything Na'Vi throw towards this outside.
You've got Rain and Nico in main entrance. One watching Pop Dog, one watching main. Problem is, one of them goes down quickly, especially the guy watching main. They're both dead. It's similar to having 2 players in Pop Dog. That smoke buys enough time here. That actually calms things down quite nicely for them.
Or they push into it. Perfecto, that was rather brazen. Now some suppressing shots. Flamey's actually managed to connect through the tracer fire.
So this is where Rain, they're going to assume main's clear at this point. He is loving this. Another smoke down. He's got himself a kill. It's now a 4 versus 1. Simple, so far removed from this situation. He's got at least 10 seconds before he can do anything here. Fires off some shots, and, well, there we go. He gets it, of course.
Of course he does. His Krieg spray control is unrivaled. He doesn't want that to fall into the wrong hands, though. One, however, already has. coldzera's gone on the retrieval mission there, and now more utility thrown towards Simple.
He doesn't have a gun. He needs to die, though. There's no point. He has nothing to take through into the next round unless he dies here. So now, going over towards Ivy to find one of his teammates' scavenged weapons.
But Cold's already grabbed it, I think.
So he might be out of luck here. And this would be the worst way to finish a round. Just to know, if Simple doesn't die here before these 5 seconds are finished, and he doesn't have a gun, that means all he'll take through is a Glock and armor. Luckily enough, we'll find the M4. Oh, that could have been an absolute nightmare for Simple.
He could have come in with $300 and a Glock. God, Chad, good highlight. But yes, he does manage to find it in the nick of time. And all a product of him wanting to make sure the Krieg doesn't go CT side. So we'll see coldzera finding that first frag onto Boomich and actually just falling into a more passive line did enable him to find 2 from the Ivy Na'Vi presence. So, solid CT start from FaZe. You highlighted just how broken their money has looked, and well, this time it was a little cleaner. They can start building a small, respectable bank should they beat this one cleanly. They do need to. I think at this point, it's safe to say this has to be a clean conversion from FaZe.
Oh, well, the Zeus, it didn't do enough damage. We missed our highlight.
Well, unless the death comes in, the scream is not heard. So I think we can... Well, we didn't miss it, at least.
All right.
Boosting Simple up with the saved M4.
I'm always like, whenever Simple is like alive, I just feel like, what's he got on the menu here? What's going to be happening? He even throws down a pistol to try and bait out something.
Like
here,
a bomb drop sound?
Yeah, just anything that will get them inquisitive. Another interesting setup here. You got the AWP watching towards upper ramp, then a rifle at lower.
It's interesting that Brokey's playing it so high. You know, obviously there's that headshot angle, very common pre-aim.
Yeah, I guess he wants to avoid that. The crosshair will be coming out at the plane of the upper ramp, right? That's where you'll be aiming, so he puts himself up there. He's more exposed, but with the AWP, he should have the advantage.
And plus to note, if they do come out low ramp and that player close towards the high ramp spots them, he can then swing into upper, and then Brokey can fight low ramp from the high ramp.
Good point. Looks to be a clean round here, boys. All of my Steneti craters, absolutely fine, 2 HP, and there it is. The clean sweep 5-1 after losing the pistol.
That's
Don't often see that, do you?
You don't see that. Against Na'Vi, this is unheard of. They would have won a Deagle round by now.
Yeah, that's true. When they don't work out, when Na'Vi's rulebook breaking moments don't pay off, you can start seeing some holes in their game. This is the Zeus.
It's kind of BS that if you connect the Zeus, like
that should be a kill.
It seems
every
like such
time.
a dark art, like whether it's a kill or not. I know it's a ranged thing, but if it connects, like it should just be a kill. I think. Like,
if you're close enough that your Zeusy electronical little wiry sticky innie bits.
Yeah, if they want to reduce the range in it slightly just so it's a guaranteed kill, I'm fine with that. Like you should be, if you connect it,
minus 80. And bearing in mind, that is a one and done weapon. You're pulling out nothing after that.
You also get no kill reward for it or anything.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So when it was having its heyday and Tarek and everybody were using it on Cobble and you were getting a kill reward and it was, you know, at a price that was basically nothing.
Yeah, it was $50, wasn't it?
It was a problem, right? Now it's just a bit of a funny gimmick that can potentially net you a easy kill over towards close choke points like Pop Dog here. But Na'Vi with the bomb above Pop, look like that's where they could potentially be setting up for. Some smokes out towards the outer yard are on the agenda here. We can see them lining them up. 1:05 wants the call. And the flashes down, Pop will follow.
And that gives them 60 seconds to work with those smokes. Ooh, I say that. They're not going just yet. Instead, Coldzera has the info. There is still a lurk on Ivy. Most of the Na'Vi boys are hitting inner. Olaf springs to life with some missed shots, and Perfecto does not make that same mistake.
I think that's a save already. Olaf Mice has done nothing to them there. They've got the bomb down. You've even got a lurk here for Electronic as well. The round is completed, I would say, and they're aware of the lurk. They'll at least get another Krieg for their efforts.
Good upgrade.
Yeah, that will do, right? And you can see why they're focusing towards inside, because Olaf Meister, we know he's not in great form right now, probably arguably the weakest of the fraggers these days within FaZe Clan. And if he's got there alone of the M4, obviously it's going to be quite tantalizing. A bit of outside presence there, making their way through upper and lower. You can see him trying to get some bullets off, but very overwhelming with the Kriegs coming in. The AK-47s, they're going to hit their shots. And it's Na'Vi posting their second. Their first gun round with 4 players surviving.
Well, if FaZe are able to like immediately bounce back here, this is going to stifle the progression of Na'Vi.
Do they go for Olaf on the secondary orb now, do you think, towards inside? That would make sense to me, at least. Like, if he's struggling with the M4, it was evident in that previous round. I feel like that would be a nice adjustment, just to kind of boost his chances of getting at least 1 kill and fending them off a little bit more.
Yeah, or they could have given him that saved Krieg. That,
well, there it is.
Yeah, so he's actually picked that up. So that means he can be a bit more versatile in the way he defends this. You can go close, low ramp, scoped on in, you get the 1 bullet potential. If you get pushed back after that, you can play passive and retake with it as well if they would like. So you can see what he wants to do early. Na'Vi are doing this set out smokes, and Olaf wants to show presence so they can't just snowball him down early. Tried to nutmeg him.
Nico not missing many today. That's impressive.
That was... No, okay, excuse me. Thought the X-ray was deceiving me, and that's mad. Brokey gets caught by Simple practically straight through the smoke.
Just so precise. Just a laser beam through the smoke. Down you go, kid. And he just he shoots with such conviction as well. He knows he's there. Like, there's no doubt in his mind there's a frag available.
Game plan seems clear, guys. Get an opening pick and go inside.
Yeah, and we do know that Olaf Meister has been struggling there. He has got the Krieg, bear in mind now, but only 1 flashback. He's seen playing super passive at this stage. He's actually got the 18, not the flash. I beg your pardon. Going towards up.
1 smoke. So Perfecto smokes low ramp, I guess, on the go.
Yeah, they can do that. Flash over. Hope for the best. In we go.
Ooh, straight in, and the duel's been won. Nico caught on the rotate. Olaf, that's the bomb.
What's Boomich doing?
He didn't take the safe route, and now they've got it again. We've seen this twice in this half already, that the bomb gets dropped here, and is then a nightmare to recover. You're getting flashed, retake. The bomb's still loose. Boomich, he could have completely let this round slip away.
Boomich has thrown the round there. It's as simple as that. It really is. The in-game leader should know better. He's the one calling the shots, pulling the strings. He's got the bomb on his back. The only player he can be mad at is himself. He's run down the pavement or the sidewalk and lost the bomb in the worst possible position there. He saw the flash retakes come through, and they got the opening pick there. They had a 5-on-4 on entry, surprised him on flash
Nico,
attack.
The star
Nico
of
goes
Mirage.
down, and then Olaf Meister just gets 1 kill. That Krieg, it works out for him, and Boomich, he has thrown that round for them, unfortunately.
I wish that I was keeping track of who had the bomb before they actually hit into the piece, because we had this happen the other day with Magus, where he went out mid to B to try and track a kill with a tag scout from Device, and then he dropped the bomb towards the door. But Boomich right now, he He said the other day after they had that rough match and he was struggling. He made a tweet along the lines of there was a profanity used, so I won't use that live on air. But it was something about saying a 4v6 game, saying that he was basically playing on the other team.
Well, he did just actually give them a round, like for free. He delivered.
That's a gift. You take those every day of the week.
And this sort of round as well, like that's crazy. But they still have enough to buy. It's compromised, of course, with Perfecto just on the deagle here. coldzera looking to maybe boost the player up. Boomich, though, does strike back with a vengeance. That's towards Popdog. A quick pick towards Rain. Now, can they convert this? All be forgiven if they can find a clean round here.
This duel right here is probably one to keep an eye on. Electronic versus coldzera. We've seen it go down a few times so far. Two massive names, and both left with the responsibility of looking after Ivy on their own. We haven't seen Navi after that opening pick start congregating towards the inner bomb site just yet.
Look at how much they've abandoned Ivy. I say that just before I see Brokey fill the gap. He is going to be responsible for it now. Cold's instead going to be pushing in for main info. And we haven't seen this look from Navi just yet. They're still all gathered around T-Spawn and Ivy.
Chad said they play a slow game.
Bloody hell.
Remember, it is Blade is the coach of this squad, and if you ever watch a Flipside game on Train, you'll know what they're about. They love bleeding the clock out. Last-minute executions. And for now, they still have players in T-Spawn. Electronic has made his way towards the end of Ivy. Smoke will dissipate, trying to get the old fadeaway trick in his favor. coldzera's got a prime spot, though. Only goes to the first and does nail the second, but it's still a 3-on-2. 30 seconds remain. Nico actually going towards main entrance here. Bomb not planted, this could work out for him.
It certainly could. Simple's just evacuated it himself. He's been given, well, I was going to say the responsibility of the bomb plant. Didn't make too much sense. He will throw that off to Boomich, who could very well be collecting his 8th death. Being babysitted nicely, though. Simple's aware of all the pushes. How is he getting both of them?
Yeah, that's sick.
He looks at Pop, fires a shot, looks at main, finds the kill. My goodness, FaZe, they cannot surprise him.
Well, Olofmeister, he'll have to save the Krieg again. They've got enough money to buy into the next round, but there will be a few compromises. He has to save the Krieg for them to have a buy, and he's going towards T-Spawn. I don't think he makes it through this. No, he doesn't. Could have waited in the break room, decided to make his way towards T-Spawn, and down he goes. He loses the Krieg, and now they might be in eco territory.
They can muster a buy, right? Like, Cold can buy and drop something.
They can, but there will be holes to plug, and that's why I'll take a tactical timeout here. Like, that Krieg, I think, was very important to save.
I want them to buy, and the reason I say that is because I think that kind of round right there was probably theirs to win. Rain lost that opening duel, but then the remainder of the round played out very well. FaZe had a good change-up of setup. They actually clustered towards Team Main. They had a chance for a few more multi-kills there. They were definitely in that round. It wasn't as clean as what it looked with 3 players alive for Navi at the tail end. And they will go for the buy. We're going to see the Swag 7 come out on the side of Rain. Brokey will get back onto that AWP. coldzera is the one I have a question mark about, as the M4 is in his hands.
What did you make of the coldzera play there? Like, do you feel like he could have let a couple more players out, perhaps, after the first one didn't check him, or did he make the right choice with that?
He had to shoot because his position is the only reason Brokey can be so forward. As soon as he leaks, Brokey's in a lot of trouble.
So, yeah, he had to take him down just to protect his teammates there. Makes sense.
It did look like Brokey was a little overly paranoid about main as well, given Cold was holding it. And so he actually lost his duel with Electronic because he was returning to it late.
Oh, it's close. And bear in mind, Cole's still got 2 frags, so it's not like the round was his fault in any capacity. So, Mag 7 for the Pop Dog area. It was Boomage that jumped down before and managed to get the opening kill. It led to a round victory. Like we said, if they win that round cleanly, all will be forgiven for the blunder before.
Look at the aggressive stance of Rain. He's actually halfway up the ladder with that shotgun as he tags up the toes of Perfecto. Perfecto.
Ha! Huh. He's here all week, ladies and gentlemen. Try the veal. Oh, back to the rinse and repeat. Map territory, spread out, trying to do some damage, regroup. We've seen them have a couple of different looks from the top of Pop, but knowing that there's a shotgun down there, I don't think they'll be in any hurry to drop on down, especially with the totem drop. That could be mincemeat, and we're going to see this top ramp set up again, so we might get to see this come into fruition this time round. As Olof's actually going to continue forward. That's going to make life difficult.
Yikes. Could be the inner execute. Takes full damage as well.
This has been very effective, this area for Navi.
Into the site.
As long as they have the bomb go in the correct area, they'll be absolutely fine. You can see how cleanly they break through. They haven't even taken any damage yet. They're going to get the bomb down here in a 5-on-5. Olofmeister, it really is struggling in this area. 20 seconds, bomb planted. And now FaZe need to work out this is even worth it. Brokey confirms it. Takes down the danger man himself. Simple. Electronic will strike back. Good flashbang towards Boomich, but he recovers.
Check your close corners. Rain was pulling a nade. Brokey's doing it all. He's on for 3. Could be the 4th. Electronic trying to clutch it out, but between the 2 of them, they make it work. Just the 2. Brokey and Nico rip apart the Navi assault.
They hold on to the inside area. It wasn't looking good there. In a 5-on-5 retake scenario where Navi have actually got control of the inside bomb site as well, you wouldn't put that in favor towards FaZe at all, especially with that sequence from Boomich as well. It looked like he was going to spray them all down. Brokey with 3 kills on the AWP. Nico comes in with the 4th. And it's just about enough to get them over the line here. Now, the money for Navi, they are going to buy with 1 hero rifle. Now, let's see how much of investment.
They're all in.
Oh, they're all in. Okay. It's actually not bad overall. There's only 1 player with the pistol.
Yeah, it looks pretty good to me.
The AWP is simple with the helmet as well. They've definitely got a full buy here. Yeah, I'm going to see that smoke towards Sandwich. Flashbang behind it as well. Cold Zera just investigating towards Ivy. It's a nice deep smoke, but he maybe receives a bit too much damage for his efforts there. Sure, it helps delay towards Ivy, maybe pushes them back. Nice wall bang damage there, that evens the playing field. Actually gives FaZe a slight edge.
They're going back to inner again. They really want to give Olaf the beans here.
Olaf isn't finding any kills here, to be fair, so it does kind of make sense. He's got
What's he going to do with a flash on that jiggle? Throw it up the ramp?
I guess so when he feels like they're committing, just to lob it in towards that lower ramp, and he knows they go for surprise contact plays or just 1 flash executions. And it's the same thing, 1 flash, and he's just trying to have some self-preservation. The flashbang's perfect.
Yeah, and he actually manages to get 2 out of that. That's brilliant. Brokey stole 1 of them from him, but the frag's all the same. And now bomb going down. That's Electronic out of action for 5 seconds. They're boosting, and Brokey's going to profit from it. He's doing so much work, but the backs are all turned and missed shots. Who was that? Flamey's going to feel a little hot under the collar after that.
Yeah, and he had some amazing deagle moments on this very half as it all falls down there.
That is so sick. We were talking about the FaZe details with utility, right? As soon as they lose inner control, the awareness if there's no connector smoke that's being called because they push sidewall, right? We know they push sidewall. We've seen that a bunch of times. Well, they smoke it themselves. They boost over that, knowing Simple's job as the AWP player is to cover connector while the rest of them swarm the rest of the bomb site. That's the first point in, right? When you think about the rotation, you're either coming through connector or CT spawn. Well, if Simple locks down connector, he basically has hump, which completely covers the CT spawn low ramp rotation. And as his teammates push up, they can comb the site. Well, FaZe, they had an answer for that. And I love seeing these little details. This is what it's all about.
I love that flash from Olaf. Like, that was sick. Like we weren't sure what he was going to do with it. I speculated probably just throw it in the lower ramp. They bounced it off that side train towards the sidewalk area where they've really been focusing as well. It landed in the middle of 3 of them. He gets his 1 kill. That's all he really has to do, all things considered, from what we've seen so far. He flashes enough, though, for his teammates to get the advantage and isolate them. But with maximum loss bonus and the bomb going down once again, of course, they can still buy.
Do you want to call...
still has the AWP.
Would you be like okay calling inner again, Chad, after so many kind of close calls?
Well, the problem is they haven't set a precedent of any form of conditioning on yard. We haven't seen the constant 5 and E-box smokes coming out, so it limits your options here. But this flash is almost going to be perfectly timed from Nico.
It is, and yet there was 1 man. Boomich, quick enough.
Yeah, the perfect position for it. Aware of all the little moves FaZe have up their sleeve, and they've got a 5-on-4 here, but there's less than a minute. Remember, Navi operates very slowly on train. They do have 2 smokes and Rain. Decent map control here. You can confirm they might want to start getting some players towards inner at this stage. Incendiary thrown towards the lower ramp. 30 seconds coming up now. The bomb still a T-spawn. And Simple, if he doesn't get his kill quickly, they could be in trouble. Great smoke from Rain.
30 seconds on the nose.
Yeah, they have to go inside now. There's no other way, 2 ways about it. They either go popped off fast together.
Oh, they're going through. They want to fight.
Looks like Boomich is trying to lead by example.
They have to run through together and hope for the best. It's either Rain gets 3 or they get him cleanly.
Well, Rain will take 2, no issues. The 3rd is Simple, and he's left alone. Just like that, FaZe find the 9th.
I don't know what they thought was going to happen there, but Rain had absolutely smashed them.
Hunt him, chase him, you may as well.
Just to show you the power of the smoke and why we bang on about it so much on maps like Inferno. Like, do you see the true power of it there? That 1 smoke just segregates them from the round. They can't do anything about it. They have to push through, and it's guaranteed kills on the other side. The smoke is just unbelievably good if thrown at the right time.
Simple died after time.
Indeed, he did. $100. $100. Their loss bonus is $3,400. He just lost $3,300, an AWP, and armor
the
going
AWP
down
as well,
after the
you're
time.
right. Yeah, that's the big. He's had the AWP consistently the last, what, like 3 or 4 rounds somehow, with the maximum loss bonus, all these bombs being planted.
He has a Glock. When do you see Simple with a Glock?
He's got a Glock and nothing else. His teammates have partially invested, and no one's even dropped him a little pistol. Perfecto could have given him a P250 maybe, but Rain will give Boomich a face full of lead instead.
Now he's on the retrieval mission.
Yeah, get a deagle at least.
Like to take that, please. Thank you.
Please don't do it to him, Simple. Don't give him the...
Olaf might have made him mad.
Yeah, he might have done. He might have done at this point. He's picked up the deagle. I've got a bad feeling about this. Electronic as well has found a bit of wiggle room towards Ivy. He gets the timing right here. It could be a 1 deagle on the menu towards green.
Learning a lot of about how to play Ivy, watching Nico and Cold approach it.
Here it comes.
Needs to be a clean 1 dig. And now he loses his life. Yeesh.
The range, the precipice of what Nico was walking on there, staying crouched with, it's so tight. They are so aware of all these little gaps.
There's no armor on Simple, but he still gives it a good go. Nico with a couple of kills there towards the end. Double digits for FaZe here, looking for the 2-0. NAVI, after winning the pistol, have 3 in total.
Someone has to drop Simple.
Yeah.
Well, they have to. He's got 3,500. Like
they have. Yeah, you're right. They need him to stay. Like, if anyone's going to save the day here, it's going to be him,
simple.
Right?
That's right. Look, you look to those 2 individuals. We talk about them so much, so they have to be the heroes.
No,
wow.
He's gone for the bottom of the barrel rifle.
So this might be a set piece then, right? If they haven't given him a key weapon to find an opening, they're changing their tack. They probably want to do something that's a little bit more set. Seeing Boomich go quick, maybe he wants to go for that Pop Dog opening. He did find Rain before. Towards end of this time, not towards Pop. Flamey's had a rough one again, hasn't he? Only 3 kills. Perfecto with only 4.
I think 2 of those were those magical 1 digs.
Yeah, the bottom of the barrel for Na'Vi, it's not stepping up. We have been highlighting day after day here within Stage 2 about the individuals not performing. Coming into this matchup, 4 names were in the bottom 5. Boomich, Flamey on the side of Na'Vi. On the other side of things, Cold0 currently sits at 14 frags, 2nd highest in the server, and Olaf, who's been doing a decent job defending inner.
Yeah. And just to note on that, Flame is currently 3 and 12, Boomich 5 at 11. The trend continues here.
Yeah, it's rough.
So another strong smoke here from Rain. His utility usage has been excellent. Like
Plays by it.
His individual like fragging hasn't been anything unordinary, but still, the way he's been locking them out time and time again, it's been frustrating.
He's won 2 rounds minimum just from his smoke grenade and main pushes. Seeing the lineups now from Na'Vi. Let's see what they've got in store for us today.
Well, he needs to start speeding things up a little bit. The clock keeps running too short for them, so this has to be a commitment. They have nothing to fall back on. That's all their smokes and all their flashes used now. Full commitment coming through. Rain, nice movement here, but Perfecto surely finds him. Apparently not. Need to nail those shots, kid.
Another one there for Cold0. He finds Flamey. Where is that bomb is the next question I have, and it looks like it's loose in the middle of the battlefield, but FaZe on for 11. Cold0's hitting some bangers. There's another one on the cards, just one onto Simple, but he stands his ground. 15 seconds, and Nico makes sure no more crazy plays out of the man with the 1 in his name. Round 14 concludes, and the last of the half of our second map is on its way.
Can you explain the 3 to nutmeg?
Yeah, we have been. Oh, I guess we didn't do it today.
So, nutmegging is a term we're trying to bring into Counter-Strike, and it's basically around the idea, this new kind of philosophy players have, sitting inside smokes and trying to find gaps, and if there is a key smoke down at a very tight choke point, let's say at the top of Banana, for example, there's a slight gap, you've snuck through and the CTs aren't looking, you managed to get to CT spawn, let's say arch in middle, and you've used the smoke to your advantage, they have no idea, you've got through enemy lines, undetected, that's a nutmeg.
Yeah, we've kind of played on the football term to nutmeg, where you get the ball through someone's legs. So we've kind of built that with the smoke. It's kind of getting through their legs into the site.
It's like a humiliating and yet powerful play.
Exactly.
Basically slip the net. They have no idea you're on the other side. You've got through smoke, and at this point, Brokey, that's why he's using that angle. Perfecto down again. They've got a 5-on-3 advantage, but they are committing towards inner once more. They start to fall back. Electronic does get at least 1 kill. Off my step, and there's a flash.
Oh, he avoided it. He played that so well.
They know they're going in.
The preemptive flash. The half is over already. That was a quick way to finish it. 12-3 on the half. FaZe Clan 4 rounds away from the compulsory win they have versus NAVI.
time I see you know the truth. Cause baby, every fucking time you've played me, you should know that I don't give a single fuck about you and your words. All the times you lied to me, I took notes. I don't know what to say. I thought you loved me, but you ran away. I've been living in the shadows for a while. Demons calling me from the afterlife. Dark doesn't faze me anymore. I can see my tears into gold. Yeah, yeah. I don't care, no, I don't care. Yeah, yeah. I don't care, I said, cause baby, every fucking time you've played me, you should know that I don't give a single fuck about you and your words. All the times you lied to me, I took notes. I don't know what to say. I thought you loved me, but you ran. I know people come and go away. Sun is low, that's my time to shine again. Cause baby, every fucking time you play me, you call my bluff for the last time. This ain't a song, it's a battle cry. No life, I see the clue between the strobe lights. I'm haunted, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, used to want it bad, but I can't taste it, I can't help you now, okay, follow me around, okay, black face.
FaZe have fallen foul to all 3 of their games so far. It puts them in 0-3 territory, and a loss to NAVI would be a complete and total impossible task of achieving top 3 in stage 2. Well, a win here versus NAVI is a fantastic way to start, and they are just 4 rounds away coming into the start of our second half. Rushley 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 has observed 9 seasons of ESL Pro League, including 7 finals. His first was EPL Season 3. You can see him there nodding his head because he got to focus on the pistol round, and so should we. Straight down Pop Dog. Nico's got in a Molotov. I'm very intrigued to know where that's going.
Could be a post-plant Molotov, and it's already gone through towards the bomb site here. So we'll see whether that works out for them. Electronic can't find a quick headshot. He's going to have to go for a reload now as they get closer and closer. There's the first and third kill coming in quickly, but the bomb is planted. FaZe have now lost both pistols. This one falls to right, and it looks like he will. Not a single kill found, but the bomb's planted, a success in its own right, a mini victory of sorts.
Krieg's secured.
Krieg's, well, they might not have 3 of them.
Don't they have to have kills as well? Yeah.
They can definitely get 2 rifles here, but I don't think the third is possible without a few kills coming in. We'll see. What do they want to do here?
They're going to have to really consider this one based on the lead that they have.
Through smoke?
So they could take a full eco now and come in like against the SMGs and FAMASs, just go for another bomb plant operation here. At this scoreline, that's what I would be saying to do. If I'm Yank, I'm saying you don't buy here. We're going to try and plant the bomb. They're going to have SMGs. Let them kill us all. If we get the bomb down, great. We'll buy up next round and close it out properly, which is what they're doing.
You can see they haven't even invested in a lot of SMGs because they know that they can't. So the thing is, with the buys on the CT side versus the second round, if the plant comes in, you have to have rifles to deal with the Kriegs and AKs.
So they've done 2 outside smokes. The most common area to plant the bomb is inner. So they're trying to keep as much presence towards outer as they possibly can here. They're going to just run down lower ramp with 1 flashbang, try and get 1 kill. That's all they need. Maybe 0 kills is enough. Just going to need to get the bomb planted there. Perfecto will try and slow them down. They have to commit off this. They would have just roasted. Unfortunately, their efforts will be thwarted now. They are aware. They've spotted multiple players, and Simple has rotated over. They can still bust through towards inside. They'll wait probably 30 seconds now, just to suggest they've gone elsewhere.
Potentially a controversial opinion. but I feel like jiggling with an incendiary in your nade and then throwing it down is just a little bitch move.
That's what that right there is the best way to be the solo anchor inner.
I
Because
know, I understand it. It is the meta.
Okay.
It does just seem like such an unnecessarily sad way to play of an FPS game.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of the roles that the supportive players get left with, unfortunately, is their job is just to be caretakers of areas to wait for backup. It doesn't mean that Perfecto can't get kills. It just means percentage-wise, you probably want to make sure you have backup before you're fighting the Ts. And
it's just so annoying when you're doing an inner hit and you just see that little, you just see some goggles from the CT and then flame on the floor. Everything's ruined.
So going into this next big round here, I wouldn't be surprised if they throw caution to the win and bring an AWP out. They already have. There we had it. So they've perfected just buy simple and AWP straight away. And they said, right, just go over it. We can't afford to lose rounds here. We're not trying to build money. We need to actually just string rounds together. We need the most powerful AWPer in the world to come online at this point. On the CD side of train chat, it could be enough. So we'll see whether we can do it. Simple, the AWP.
Brokey has his as well, so we're getting it early.
So 5 players survived in the previous round. They had to throw away an SMG for this. Is it the right call? Is it the play that saves the day here?
Let's see. Na'Vi well aware of the state of affairs. They did manage to actually test FaZe Clan after a similarly strong first half on Mirage. They managed to push it all the way into double digits for themselves, and CT side of Train's a perfect platform for them to try and do something similar.
Trading blows. Rain down to half health. Same story for Perfecto. Different sides of the map. In terms of Ivy, 3 FaZe Clan members wait. Brokey with the AWP as well. CTs with little to no utility now. You can see they've actually expended almost all of it. Boomich has 1 smoke remaining. He's currently positioned outside by Popdog. So if they go towards inner, there's no smoke to send them packing, but the AWP, similar setup as well. The exact same setup from Na'Vi here as FaZe were deploying.
Interesting.
Same angle as well from Simple. So something to be said about that for sure.
Oh, they can leak the backline. So Flamey's going to try and do what Cold Zero did, but I think that smoke is very, very deep over towards Ivy.
And a second one as well. He's locked into Green Train. They can function towards backtracks at this point in time. Rain knows the game, but Electronic still wins it. That's crazy. Pre-fired and all. And with a FAMAS, he comes out on top. That's the jewel you need to win. Orban Bomb. Express delivery from Electronic Ltd.
Well then, that certainly turns the game on its head. And knocks Cold Zero's off. The inside push to the MP9 will leave Olof Meister a 5-on-1. Alarm bells going off now. Na'Vi getting comfortable. They've got the AWP out. They've got money behind them. All the utility they could possibly ask for. Now AK-47s and a double AWP setup on the CT side.
All right, it's going to get difficult now up against those double AWPs. This one here, you feel like Rain should have had the better of him every day of the week, but he did take a little bit of damage earlier in the round there, so softened up for Electronic to be able to finish off there. FaZe, if they play this half in the same way they did their second half of Mirage, Na'Vi are going to win this map. I don't think you can play on the T side as scared as what we saw them play on their CT side of Mirage. They have this saved AK-47 in the hands of Olof, who didn't get any loss bonus, so keep that in mind as we go forward into round number 20 next. So Simple's posted up aggressively with the AWP. He still has assistance down towards that low ramp, so if he misses a shot, he has support.
You think he's going to miss this one?
Well, if Henry.
Yeah, he doesn't though. He loves it.
And can just scarper away with damage already inflicted. That saved AK is not going to get a lot far if his teammates dissolve before he can even start to maneuver. Boomich tucked in on main. It's very powerful to enable you to keep hold of both Pop and main simultaneously. You can take extra chances knowing the buy is weak from FaZe. 2 smokes, okay, so they're going to be giving it a good shot and get access to that low site.
Smoking connector for Brokey. Flashes from Olof Meister. Smoke towards upper from Rain to block off vision from the AWP that could be upper. They'll limp into the site here. They might get a bomb down unless Olof Meister goes sick. Should be a very convincing Na'Vi finish. Or the incendiary might confirm it.
Perfecto's throwing the same flash. Rain up Oppa. And that bomb yet to go down. Cold's job. Rain's deal has connected, but the spray's too good. That was the bomb delivery. And now that preserved rifle just wants to try and take a couple away. That's Perfecto caught. Olof would have to go wicked sick, and he has. A third frag from Olof. He's lost so much health, though, and that bomb is so difficult to retrieve. It's under CT eye line, and that's the end.
Well, he had 10 seconds remaining, so that was a fair enough pick from Flamey there. And even if it went down, it's unlikely that Olof can even recover the situation. So there we have it. 12-7, 4 in a row now for Na'Vi. You can feel it coming. FaZe Clan need to post their first on the T side here to get number 13 on the board. Big spray down for Perfecto, happy to take it against the unarmored FaZe. Olofmeister, good job here on a couple of frags. Electronic especially, good shots. Does keep them on some sort of a relative leash. You can see Perfecto and Simple fully invested in this round. Made towards the bomb train. Normally pretty successful this time, not landing any damage.
This is going to be a really tough ask to see FaZe get into this game. For some reason, I have an ominous feeling about Na'Vi just having a flawless CT side.
Got the same vibes. Time will tell. Another compromise buy here. See if Rain can hold on to main entrance this time. Bested by the FAMAS in the previous round. Now offering up a double orb setup for Na'Vi. Good smoke towards the end of Ivy.
A 12-3 half. Na'Vi undaunted.
They're back in it as soon as they win this round, Na'Vi. The game is totally on at this point.
Olofmeister basically says, come and get me. But that could be the right call. You see the bomb actually positioned by Popdog right now, trying to get as much attention towards Ivy as they possibly can. They have snuck towards the backtracks a couple of times now. Electronic watching for the boost. There is a chance to deploy that here. Things a bit rough at this point. Not going for looking for the gap. Another smoke down.
Now the nutmeg.
This could be another. I think Olof's dead for sure, though. Yeah, Electronic ready for it. And it's the inside play. The nade's devastating.
Perfect amount of damage. My God, doesn't get better than that. Perhaps it does. Perfecto looking perfect on the inner hold. All three, not quite. Nico will just about enable that bomb plant, but the winning the round is far from a reality. One tap, one shot.
I hate this from FaZe.
Yeah, they've lost their pacing, their confidence. It seems like it's very flat.
I understand it. Like, it's very, very scary to play against Na'Vi. If you go 4 outside, you're dealing with Boomich, Simple, Electronic, and obviously Flamey's in the backlines with that secondary AWP. So it's a scary prospect to be hitting yard fast. But the opening smokes, right? The opening smokes is a way to give them space, to allow them to actually take duels.
What have Na'Vi been doing to stop Nico pulling a Carrigan? You know, like just straight up out main, out Olof, smokes towards Sandwich, and it's all chaos.
Yikes, that's stat.
FaZe hold the second worst T-side round win rate of the top 10 teams, 43% in the past 6 months. So their CT side, excellent.
But
no doubt in that.
Their T side is not ideal. Yeah, so they haven't tried it yet, Alex. So they haven't even had a look right now. You can see here, not a lot of utility dumped over towards main. Boomich more than happy just to flash and push. And well, this time around, it's going to come back to haunt him.
The Krieg is ready on the other side. Electronic only good for one here. Simple gets up towards heaven. He is a Counter-Strike god, but he's been flashed off at this stage. Will they be able to detect his position? It's so powerful up here. And the bomb doesn't get planted, but Nico, he will find Simple. Flamey holding on for dear life here. Down to the 2-on-2. And a chance for Cold Zero to find him.
He wins this duel, though. Puts it all onto one man. Nico not going to find it. Perfecto will hit the spray. 9 for Na'Vi.
That's going to be 6 in a row in the second half as well. FaZe are looking weak. They can't seem to convert these rounds. The opening pick towards Popdog, you'd think that would be it.
They traded as well. They even took Simple down for free.
Yeah, and it was the secondary AWP of Flamey that saves the day. A tactical timeout has been called. Yanko trying to work out what they can do to topple this Na'Vi defense. And at this stage, their loss bonus, sure, it's at maximum, but they haven't planted the bomb in the previous round. So they don't get the extra injection of cash. They got to take a partial buy here and allow Na'Vi get double digits. Once that point comes in, Chad, you actually give Na'Vi the advantage.
At this point, Na'Vi are winning. Na'Vi have had a flawless CT half so far. They haven't really felt like they've had to sweat. In moments where the chips were down, they've had individuals step on up. And what was a pretty bleak performance from Flamey has turned into 9 kills to his name. You've got 9 for Boomich as well. Perfecto 14, 13 for Electronic, 14 for Simple. So things within the Na'Vi camp are definitely starting to lift right now as the buy will come out from FaZe. They've just upgraded some pistols here. They have some armor on the majority of their members. Brokey's He's gone without. He wants the AWP, but they do have the smokes. Potentially, if they get fast, if they find the gaps, they might be able to get out into the yard and find the openings here. Nico, the man with the plan. He's out quick and has that deagle in hand.
Yeah, look how much ground he's managed to get. That's so much before the utility even blooms, but he's flashed and Boomich checks it. Wow, perfect hold from Boomich, finally finding some form he needed to. He's been all too quiet from the in-game leader of NAVI. Crucial frags, admittedly not the full buy, but still a threatening one from FaZe.
Good buy. I was going to say plant, but he's dead.
Good save.
Well, there it is. Double digits found. That was just a partial buy, and Boomich making light work of them here. M4A4 is starting to come online now for him. NAVI firing on all cylinders. Still a couple of rounds to tie things up, but remember, FaZe have not posted a single round yet in the second half. That is now 7 in a row against them. Round 23 coming up. Full buy for FaZe. But it's not looking good. It just feels like the third map's almost confirmed.
Nico wants to take things into his own hands again and try and catch him on the cross. Instead, he catches a nade on his nose.
Damn, Nico. All right. Just back to the more traditional options here, hoping they just jump up. On red, you might be able to get a kill. Fires off a shot towards the Pop Dog area through the wall. Nothing connects, and Flamey defensive angle towards Ivy here. Flashbang. Will catch him. Doesn't fire off a shot. Just falls back.
Notice how there's only 3 on the yard right now. There's 2 players from NAVI playing towards the inner site. This is FaZe's best chance. They don't know it, but if they were to work a default yard right now, they could isolate one-on-one duels. Unfortunately, with all this utility being thrown around, they're unable to get any ground under their feet. And, well, with 4 players up in the box holes and 1 over towards Ivy, this would look like it's going to be an inner piece. But Simple and Perfecto, they've been able to deal with it well to this point. There are a few more nades in play. A couple more smokes potentially be thrown down on the bomb site. They're going to go for the drop again, but Boomich has the counter. This has happened twice now. He's aware that that Molotov signals the totem drop, and his Molotov buys them some time. So Nico attempting to break the windows. They were already broken. Be throwing off an... Ooh. If he's doing the Ivy smoke, it's that one. There we go.
Double flash down the Pop Dog.
They're going to hit inner. They're hoping the CTs are going to just respect these smokes, but Simple's already holding it all down. Oh, this round's over just as it begins. Just so much waiting around and then into the bloodshed. NAVI, they have put up a wall on the CT side.
They're certainly throwing the smokes and flashes to suggest it's an outside play, but unless there's any players actually behind it,
there's no territory.
It doesn't do anything, right? You're just seeing utility being thrown over, and it's like, wow, they're probably just faking it.
But to note, on the upgrade round that FaZe ran, where we saw Boomich get those 2 kills and he peeled out and he killed Nico, they are clearly aware of Nico's maneuver there, right? Because that was a flash from Flamey, who's the Ivy player. Electronic was close to the smoke, so the 2 of them were coming through to sandwich Nico to take him out. So they already have a play in mind of how to deal with that.
The disparity of these 2 stats. When we read about about FaZe before, and now this, in the last 6 months, NAVI have won the most CT rounds of the top 20 teams, 65% on train. Those 2 stats really do clash.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a problem for FaZe.
The stats don't lie, Henry, and the stats suggest that we've got the worst T side on train and the best CT. So this could very well be converted into a 3rd map, despite a 12-3 lead. Oh, he landed on his teammate's head. Style points for FaZe Clan. But at this point, the YY ladder stalls are not what FaZe are looking for.
Yeah, just trying to bully their way out of main entrance at this point. You're going to do well against this double orb setup. They haven't fully invested in this round, but it's good as for a couple of players. Nico does put
that's a free kill.
There is a free kill. Maybe a round here now. Perfecto and Simple, both waiting towards outside here. 3 players for FaZe also. They put the brakes on, working out what their next move will be. Suggesting they're going to have to worry about inside. Smoke down towards Pop Dog. Simple will use that to suggest still outside presence as he does rotate towards Connector.
And Perfecto will take a more passive line. Simple was making a lot of steps on the bomb train, hoping that the green train player would get a little too interested to take the fight with both of them, but didn't work out. So Simple's now checked inner, called it clear for now.
Oh, it still feels so tense. This kill's a lock-in.
It's a NAVI round.
Yeah, Simple. He's got the information now. Time's ticking away. They're nowhere near planting. Electronic. He managed to get 1 kill. So did Flamey. Simple to close things out here. And he's going to bomb down, and FaZe just look so timid right now. They don't want to take these duels. Like normally in a 3-on-2 like that, they'd be assertive. They'd be finding the shots required just like that. Now up against just one play, he jumps up and offers himself up a simple. He devours him, and yet another round found after a couple of opening kills there. The closest FaZe have come, and they had to fully invest on 2 players. coldzera and Olof, 3K per piece, and they're going to have to either buy here with Galil's in the mix, or take another eco partial buy as he's yet another timeout. 12-12.
If it's me, I'm force buying and I'm doing the yard smokes. I'm doing the 5 in the E-box smoke and I'm throwing everything at them. I'm just doing a fast out and hoping that you catch them off guard and you can trade efficiently. Because otherwise, whatever you're doing is not working anyway. You know, you're doing the slow default to spread it across the map. Henry said, you've got the smokes. We've already touched on that. The utility usage from FaZe.
Why haven't they just tried it once? It's just because you listed the players, right, of Na'Vi holding it.
And it's obviously something which, you know, you need to be able to exploit a certain gap. Knowing Electronic is the sandwich player, he's a tough ask to get on top of here, right? So I just think that it's not the easiest of moves to establish early if everyone knows you're going to do it. And I think FaZe's game plan coming into this was not to start with that maneuver, but nothing else has worked. So now that you're so many rounds in the hole, what are we, 9 on the trot here for Na'Vi? That it's the same thing that was happening in Navi's T side. They haven't established a pattern, a rhythm, because they haven't been able to.
A flawless defense from Na'Vi on their map pick. Certainly does look promising for CIS squad.
Well, this looks better. Bit of spring in their step this time. FaZe aren't entering with just a default. At least a bit of territory has been claimed at the start, but look at the response. The grenades are just flying in now. Remember, FaZe have not posted a single round after finding a 12-3 lead in the first half. That's insane. It felt like a done deal. All they had to do was win a pistol, close it out, but of course, Na'Vi are grinding it back round by round here as they find the opening pick. Rain, the player to find the territory, has been removed. Molotov's decent, but doesn't do enough to actually remove Simple from any sort of danger.
Checking all of his angles of assault. Electronic caught on the flank, and Simple wants to fill the gap. He's going straight into the fight, and will once again take the man advantage. coldzera trying to claw it back. Flamey does not have any interest in a FaZe round. He'll get the necessary frag, so now Brokey looking to clutch. The Molotov doesn't do enough, and 40 seconds. This is another one for Na'Vi. Poor-old Brokey. He can clutch, sure, but at this point in time, he's going to find the first. Simple is forced to watch his teammates try and win this one out. With 30 seconds, a bomb on his back, Brokey could have another shot at this. Get some info, but whoa, there was a world in which he hits that.
It was a good attempt, but once again, the problem is the lack of plants. In the second half, we've only had 2 plants right now from FaZe. One of them came on the pistol round, and one of them came on round 20. They've had 2 rounds that have timed out, which means they've had to save guns. That means there's 2 individuals at one point in this game who didn't get the loss bonuses. And now it's going to be another one of these little pistol upgrades. This is great stuff from Na'Vi. The fact that they are just putting up this CT-sided wall, they're prepared for almost any look. They're able to deal with the fast stuff, the slow default plays when they're losing kills. You can see how quick Simple is to plug the gaps. They're looking fantastic in that stat line. Wow, it's no lie.
Yeah, the CT side is, it seems, impenetrable.
Yeah, well, it certainly seems to be the case. 12-3 to 13-12. Quite the turnaround. FaZe does not look themselves. This T-sided train, it doesn't suit them. They need to revamp the playbook, it seems. Like, get some faster paced strats, and there's more set pieces. Where are the post-plant scenarios? Where are the clutches? There's not even been a chance for one of those. And again, there was the mauled. Simple manhandles them as they make their way in towards inside. Bomb planted, a rare victory in that sense. The round surely falls in favor here of Na'Vi. Oh, hold on. A couple of kills now.
A lifeline.
Yeah.
Nico's not looking for this, though. The ram flank's coming in. He'll be able to explain it, but Electronic has found the frags with just a scrap of... Oh, dear! That was a nasty way to go. Craters and retrieval of the kit. Boomich fortunately has one, and he's still totally safe and sound.
Yeah, they got plenty of money as well, so not a huge deal. Would have been nice to bring the double orb setup over. They still got it. Looks like they're just going to convert this 16-12, to be honest with you.
That's pretty clean. That is actually as clean as it can be.
From a 12-3 half to a 16-12, that's going to be something to celebrate, that's for sure.
It's not as good as a 16-0, but maybe the next best thing.
I don't know. I think this is probably more earth-shattering. A 16-0 you can laugh off in the end.
That's true. A 12-3 first half CG side train not being able to post a T round.
And then being forced to play another map.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, when FaZe went overtime versus Astralis and then lost Nuke, they actually got 16, what was it, 3 in the second map? It did not go well for them.
Wasn't great. And when you think about the fact they were up 15-5 on Mirage in map number 1, and then Na'Vi clawed that back to make it a 16-12 game that could have gone overtime as well. This one doesn't have the same formula written all over it. FaZe don't look competitive here. They're not able to post up many frags. We're not seeing many plants.
I just don't know where the FaZe mojo has gone here. Like, where is the pacing? Why are they not having brutal Wolfpack mentalities and getting in there, finding their headshots, and just getting battered and bruised all over the map? The first advantage I think they've had this half has just been found in round number 27. A 5-on-4. And coldzera has been dinked in the process. So it's not like it's a huge advantage. Simple's still alive, and he'll fend them off again towards Ivy. 22 kills to his name so far. Olaf Meister with the default Ivy smoke towards the left-hand side. Playing in front of smokes now. CTs will group up. Focus towards main entrance and Pop Dog. Waiting to deploy their smokes, trying to hold on to them as long as possible here. Veteran knows he can wait until that smoke or incendiary expires. Then drop it in. 30 seconds remaining. Locks coldzera out. And if they're going for another fake here, God help them.
Surely they have to go all in. They have to go all in.
They have to commit. And coldzera and Nico finding frags, as is Rain. Could this really be FaZe finding their first T round of the T side? Oh, well, clearly, obviously, Alex. We're going to see Flamey just thrown into a 1v5. And yes, the frags have been connected enough. Olaf finds his first. And coldzera, a double kill. The second with just a scrap of health has done enough to put one on the board for FaZe.
You see Brokey again with some flash assists. He had 3 to his name there taking Yark.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Just hooking them up.
They're Valve flash assists. We don't put as much stock in the Valve flash assists as we do as the HLTV.org flash assists.
So it just means if they're flashed in any capacity.
In any capacity, yeah. So we don't know how blind they were, but we know that Brokey's flash touched them in some way, and that was clearly a key to winning that round right here. All those headshots tumbled.
Well, it was a good start at least. The first of hopefully a couple, because FaZe really have shrunk in the last couple of rounds. I have to say, Electronic has dealt with this smoke many times before. Always seems to post himself up, and this could be a bit of a nutmeg here. Nico's actually snuck through behind enemy lines.
Huge amount of control for Nico.
He doesn't have to do anything here. Just wait for someone to walk into your cross. They have no idea Nico's already out.
They're throwing the same nades.
So he knows one's there towards Sandwich, but Flamey, he's got the information. Takes Nico down. Any chance they had of winning this round might have been shut down there. And that could confirm it. coldzera just walks out of up, and it's another underwhelming round here for FaZe.
Brutal way to lose a map. It's just being taken from you by force.
I think, considering their money, they should go for this one, right? Knowing that they don't want to give up 15 in a 3-on-5 situation. There's still a lot of fight left in this. We won't see a save, or at least we shouldn't. If Rain finds a kill here, maybe that's the key to the map.
He's out. Oh, no, he's not. Now the swing comes through. Couldn't have gone any worse from there. There was a second where the window was open. Leapt through it. Didn't work out for him. Round 15 confirmed for Na'Vi.
Damage could be good here, though. Look at the money for Perfecto. It's not great. Electronic, not great. Simple down the bottom as well. If you can find a couple of kills here for anything but a clean round, that secures it. It is a perfect, flawless CT round there from Na'Vi.
And a flawless CT half pretty much at this point. Only giving up one round after a 12-3 deficit. They find themselves with a 15-13 lead. Who would have thought this would come full circle? It's the 12-3 EPL scoreline that always seems to deliver. Round 29 will have Nico just down to a deagle here. They need 2 in a row for overtime. If they can somehow get there, they will come back online. They'll get a second win, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, 2 rounds on the T side of Train.
Well, they've only have 1 so far. They'd have to more than double their efforts. And we've already seen 13 rounds.
Na'Vi just give them nothing. Like, you have to straight up just walk into the crosshairs of these CTs and win your aim duel. Electronic is responsible for main. Na'Vi with just 1 slight blemish on their defensive record. Looking to do it again. 5 frags from map 3.
Oh, the smoke again. They're so tentative and passive, FaZe. They have no territory. Ivy, they're at the very mouth of it, like at the very T-side entrance. They've just been smoked out of main entrance. They have no one in brown halls. What is the default even doing for them at this stage?
They're being bullied by all this utility and they're scared of the AWP, so they're not happy to take wide swings because Simple can punish them. They can't take any of the normal map territory because of all this fantastic utility. NAVI have had an absolutely phenomenal half. This has been fantastic.
This has been a belter.
There's nothing they can
There's
do.
25 seconds, right? They've been smoked out of every facet of the map. They're going one by one at this stage. Kills through the smoke. Looks like we're all done. This was an absolute nightmare from FaZe. You're 12-3 up, a locked-in game, and then this from NAVI. They win out 16-13 and take us to a third. Unbelievable scenes as FaZe crumble before our very eyes.